What's up, everybody out there? This is Azareal for episode 3 of the Wrap Up Review series, and today we're going to be wrapping up the sequel to the previous game I played in the anime tie-in One Piece Gigant Battle. This episode we're going to be reviewing One Piece Gigant Battle 2. Now, keep in mind that this was a Japanese import and that I can't read the Japanese language as well as I once did, as well as I used to. So if you are Japanese or someone who understands the language a bit better than I do, just forgive me for mispronouncing certain words here and there, because I did get kind of confused at times. So yeah, so let's begin with the review. Just a heads up, every now and then, during the review, you will see me looking down. That's just because I took some notes down, just to help me, with the review, just to make sure that I don't, just to make sure that I don't forget anything while I'm doing the review. So, every time you catch me looking down, that's what I'm doing. I'm just making sure that I didn't forget anything. But yeah, let's move on to the review. Now, there are several game modes in One Piece Gigant Battle 2. You have the New World mode, which is like the adventure mode. You have 1000 Arena mode, which is the arcade mode, but that has several modes in itself, which I'll get to later. There is the multiplayer mode, where you can just go online with friends or anybody else who has the game, and you can play with them through a Wi-Fi connection. Keep in mind that I didn't play that mode only because, one, I don't have Wi-Fi, and two, I don't know anyone else around here with that game, because like I said, it is a Japanese import, and how many people in rural areas do you expect to have a Japanese import of a Nintendo DS game? I mean, come on. But yeah, so unfortunately I wasn't able to play that. Yeah. Moving on. There's training mode, where you can go and you can learn the different movesets of the characters, as well as unlock some other rewards, and I'll talk about that more when I get to training mode. There's team edit mode, where you can go and you can create a team using playable characters and up to 3 support characters. And depending on what characters you choose for that team, you will end up getting certain bonuses. While you're playing through a match. And these bonuses can range from anything from a health increase, a defense increase, a speed increase. Also, the support characters can grant you certain immunity to certain status effects, like sleep, poison, and paralysis. Etc. Things like that. And then there is the treasure mode, where you can go and you can view your battle record, and your character usage, as well as you can see all the character profiles, and you can get some backstory on the characters, and you can also input some passwords and get some exclusive missions that you can only get with the passwords. And there are some other rewards that you can view in there as well. And then there's options. What else you want me to say? It's options. You just go to options to have options. What else you want me to say? But so I'll talk about New World mode. Now, when you first enter New World mode, you get 3 pairs of characters to choose from. Now, each pair of characters have 4 support characters that you see alongside them. Now, what this does is that, you can choose one of those pairs of characters. Now, depending on which one you choose, you're going to unlock 2 playable characters and 4 support characters early in the game. And, you know, that's something cool for them to allow you to unlock 2 playable characters and 4 support characters early in the game. That way you don't have to worry about them later on. But, yeah, you know, that's a cool little feature that they did. And I'm glad they did it. So, yeah, after that, you know, that's when the game starts off. And you land in the middle of the ocean, like, literally. Like, they start you off in the middle of the ocean, and you know, they just happen to explain some stuff. I can't read Japanese language that well, so I don't know what they were telling me, but I'm pretty sure it was just like a tutorial where they was just telling you how to move and, you know, things like that. And, yeah, then you just proceed to the first island in the game. Now, each island is separated into 4 different regions. Now, if you have the guide, which I posted under each of my videos, so that just in case anyone does get this game and they can't read Japanese, then you're good. So I got that covered for you. Don't worry about it. So now back to the game. You proceed to the first stage, and from then on, that's when the game really starts. Now, each stage on this game has a mission. And as you progress throughout the game, you know, and go to different islands, the missions get harder, and you can tell which ones are more difficult because at the top left corner, on that stage that you're standing on, you're going to have what they call a battle level. And the higher the number is, obviously the more difficult it's going to be. But that's not always the case, depending on the number, which I'll get to in a minute. Now, when you finish each stage, there are 2 rewards. Well, first, like, you gain experience for your character because there are some mild RPG elements in this game. You gain experience for that playable character that finished that stage. You earn money, and then there are other 2 rewards, which are the clear rewards and the bonus reward, which is called the plus in this game. Now, for the clear reward, that's what you get for just beating the stage, like, and doing nothing extra. And you get the bonus reward, if you cleared the mission during that match. And these missions can range from anything from, you know, from like knocking out your opponent with a special move a certain number of times, from knocking out your opponent with a support character a certain number of times, from making sure that a certain character, for making sure that a certain character doesn't get knocked out for a certain length of time. You know, just make sure they don't get killed, for like collecting certain items like before the time runs out, or you have to stand on like a certain part of the stage like for a certain length of time. You know, like, don't use any specials during the match, or, you know, like, just a nice variety of missions and rewards. And the rewards are the same way, from unlocking new support characters to new playable characters to accessing new areas to getting bonuses, like bonus money, you know, like what they call berries in the game, and which you can use in the shops, you know, to purchase like, you know, like special skills or access new areas. And, you know, like, you can buy pictures and things like that, little anime clips from the show, and, as well as some other stuff, which I'll get to later. But now at the end of each island, there's a boss. And now these boss battles are just like the regular battles, except sometimes they can be more difficult, sometimes they can be easier, you know, but nevertheless, they're fun, and they're always in region 4. You know, like remember that the bosses are always in the last region of the area. So if you just so happen to get confused with the you know, like with the guides that I have underneath the videos, and you're wondering, you know, like what region I'm in, well, when I'm in the boss region, just know that I'm in region 4. You know, so yeah, so that'll help you. What else? Oh, and it's not, and I said that you know, like the boss battles are difficult, but sometimes it's not because, you know, that the battle with the boss character is, you know, hard itself, as much as it is that, you know, that the mission that you may be trying to do, or, you know, like the stage that you're on, makes it kind of challenging just to get that mission completed. Because more times than none, when you complete a mission, like on the boss stage, you end up unlocking that boss character as a playable character in the game. So yeah, that's pretty cool for the game to implement that. What else? Let me see. Now, the islands in this game, like I stated earlier, are divided into multiple regions, which can lead itself to some stage variety. Now, at one point, you're at this rainforest-like stage. Next thing you know, you're in the slippery ice-like stage. And the game does throw some variety at you with the, you know, like with the region deal. And with the stages, I have to say that me personally, I like the stage design. In this game, all of the stages are completely redesigned, and they look 2 to 3 times as good as they did in the last game. And you know, the colors are good, the graphics are good. There are more interactive, you know, than the last game. You can break buildings, like you can get launched from cannons, or like you can get eaten by this like big giant plant. Like depending on what you do on those stages, like certain things will happen. And you know, and they did a good job with the stage design as well as the islands themselves. You know, they are nicely animated. So for a variety of reasons, the adventure mode in this game completely blows the previous adventure mode of the last game out of the water. You know, and I think anybody who has actually played this game would agree with me on that. Now, the 1000 Arena mode, now, which is the arcade mode of the game. Now, this game mode has several game modes in itself. You have the battle royale mode. You have the time attack mode, which is like the 1 versus 1 mode. And then there's the free mode where you can, you know, like just battle with the computer and on whatever stage you want. And you can set the rules and the time limit, how many items appear at a time, etc. And there's another mode that you can unlock called 100 Battle Mode, which is like the survival mode of the games. You can play through 100. Now, what happens in 100 Battle Mode is that you play 100 consecutive battles non-stop. You play 100 consecutive battles, and it's a pretty fun mode. I know during the playthrough I didn't unlock 100 Battle Mode, but like I did in the last game, and I already knew what to expect with it. So I'm pretty sure if you are a subscriber of mine for a while, then you've seen me unlock the 100 Battle Mode in the last game, and you know, like I said, like it's just a survival. Excuse me. Like I said, like it's just like a survival mode. And you just play through 100 consecutive battles non-stop. For Battle Royale and Time Attack mode, you have a choice on what difficulty you want to play it on. There's the rookie level, the East Blue level, and the Grand Line level. You know, which is just the easy, normal, and hard difficulty. Now, those two game modes, the Battle Royale and the Time Attack, they have 5 consecutive matches, like just before you beat that mode with that character. And it's a reason for that. It's a reason why they only shortened it down to 5. Because just like in the last game, the reason why it was so short was because when you beat one of those modes with a certain number of characters, you unlock new content. And which was a smart move. When you have a game with over 40 playable characters, and in order to unlock some content, you have to beat it with a certain number of those characters. Someone wouldn't want to spend too much time on those modes, and so that's an A+ from me. Now the multiplayer mode is, like I said, you can go on there and you can play online with friends, and if you have a Wi-Fi connection, not only can you do that, but you can trade certain teams with different people that have the game, and you can train. It's like you can help. Basically, what it's like this: if somebody else has the game and they're not too good at it, and they may need like some stronger teams or whatever like that, and you know how to play it, and you're feeling generous. Like you may be feeling generous. You might want to give them one of your teams who has all the levels maxed out. And you can help them with that. You can transfer different teams to each other. You can exchange different strategies with people, etc. And the only way I know about the different features of the multiplayer mode is that I had to look it up on the guide, because again, I can't read Japanese kanji or hiragana or or whatever the language is called. Like whatever the characters are called. Like I couldn't read it that well, so I couldn't tell you what the other modes are. So like I said, I couldn't play it because 1, I don't have Wi-Fi, and 2, I don't know anyone else around here with a Nintendo DS that has this game. So unfortunately, I just wasn't able to play it. So let's just move on. You have the training mode. Now you can go there and you can learn the movesets and complete the movesets of the playable characters, and the game lets you know that you've done a move correctly, because in the top left of the screen, the game is gonna flash an OK at you, and like just in case your eyes just decided to blink at that moment when the OK ad popped up, you can also go look at the like at the move list, and a little checkbox will be next to where that move you just did would be, just to let you know that, hey, okay, you already did this, you're good, you can move on to the next move. Now, on top of that, you can change the difficulty of the character you choose to be your punching bag, for the training mode, just to complete the moveset. And you can also choose if it has any support characters, which is good, and you can do that in the last game. That way, you can complete a moveset without any unnecessary interference. Also, what I liked that they did was allowed you to be able to hit the character while they're standing still, which, me personally, I'm so happy that they did. I'm so happy that they fixed that, because if you remember my training sessions on the last game, on One Piece Gigant Battle, when the character stood still, they automatically blocked even when you turned off the computer's controls. And mind you that in order for you to have completed a moveset or a move on a moveset, the hits had to actually hit the character, like they couldn't be blocking. So it had to hit, otherwise it didn't count. So you can imagine how hard it was on the last game to complete an entire moveset with those problems, but they fixed it in this game. I'm glad they did it. Also, once you complete a playable character's moveset, you unlock their support character counterpart.